What's going on, YouTube? As you can see here, I got my engine here. We're about to go ahead and start breaking this engine down so we can start the new setup on the bike. So this engine I have here is a 06 Gsxr 1000 engine, and this engine is actually not the one that came out of my motorcycle. Somebody on YouTube seen one of my posts on YouTube, and they were interested in buying my old engine, so I sold it, and I picked up this engine. This engine has a slight noise in it. Can't really tell where it's coming from, but I'm assuming it's a rod knock. I didn't really see anything in the oil after I checked it, but I'm gonna tear this engine down and see what we have going on with it. But I did make my decision on which way I'm gonna go with the build. I got the most votes on doing an all-motor build for this engine, and me personally, this was the way I was leaning towards going either way. So I'm gonna do an all-motor build on this engine. This engine is gonna go 2x4, so that's a 2mm overboard piston with a 4mm longer stroke crank. And then I'm gonna do a head and cam package. I'm gonna replace the valve. I may go 1mm over on the valves. I'm just gonna look at the setups and see what helps and what doesn't. And so we're gonna do a port and polish head with this engine also. We're gonna try to get a little bit more horsepower than we did before. I went 550s with the bike before with me riding at 175 pounds. So I'm hoping I can get the bike down to a 530 in the 8th mile, maybe even a 520 is what I'm looking for, and still be able to drive this bike on the street every day without having to worry about overheating issues or anything. I drive it just like a regular bike, go to the track, run the number, and enjoy the bike that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and start breaking this engine down. We'll see what's wrong with it so we can get this crank shipped off, and we're gonna take the block once the piston gets here and get it shipped off so we can get it bored over and get the parts ready to put back in this engine. All right, got this engine tore down. I found out what happened. Rod bearing spun. You can see the rods black and blue, burnt up. The bearings are smushed, so spin a rod bearing, but that's all that's wrong with it. I'm gonna ship this crank off, send it to Marine, go ahead and get it stroked, and then this block, once my pistons come in, I'll send it off to the guy so he can get it ready for me to put the bigger bore pistons in. I'm not sure how long it'll take, but as soon as I get everything in, I'll update you guys and we'll start putting this engine back together so we can get it back in the bike. So that's all for this video. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to like and hit that subscribe button. Peace.